I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
You know, I may not have been the biggest fan of the first Joe Dirt, which I'm not. I mean, when I think of David Spade, I think of the stuff he did with Chris Farley, Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. I enjoy those. Even some of the stuff he did by himself, Lost and Found, was okay. Dickie Roberts' former child star, I actually didn't mind. I really liked that one. And I have to say, at the very least, the first Joe Dirt had a little bit of innocence, a little bit of a story he was trying to tell about this guy never giving up despite people picking on him, the fact that this beautiful woman fell in love with this person not because of what he looks like but because what he had inside. It attempted to tell, I don't know, a fucking story, which this doesn't even do. And if you're wondering, this is a request for Daniel. It's a PayPal request. Thank you so much for that. If you want to send a request for pretty much anything, you just send the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I guess for some reason there was such a crying out for a sequel that people wanted so much that it debuted on Crackle of all fucking places. Yeah, this was such a wanted property that it debuted on Crackle. People, what the fuck is Crackle? Snap, crackle, and pop fingers, you asshole. That'd be a bit of fucking experience and enticing, enthralling viewing pontification in this wannabe comedy. I say wannabe because comedies usually have to be this thing called funny. Yeah, this is about as funny as a fucking morgue. Hey, let's bring back Dennis Miller, who is a bit weary of age, talking to two random folks. We don't know who the fuck they are. We never find out who the fuck they are. And he's telling about Joe Dirt. And then Joe Dirt, even though at the end of the first film he's married to a beautiful lady, by this point he has 3 kids. And this movie goes all over the place. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be. It wants to be a Wizard of Oz type of story. It wants to be a time travel Back to the Future type of story. It wants to be It's a Wonderful Life with a guardian angel. God, fuck. Jesus Christ. This is the type of movie that literally there's like a 5-minute scene where Joe Dirt is a logger and people just come up and fart in his face. And it goes on and on and on. And the line is, hey, 22 is enough. Okay, by 22 it's not funny anymore. It wasn't funny the first fucking place. It's just, I mean, this logger farts in his face, then this other guy farts in his face, then this beautiful lady farts in his face, then she does it again. And grown people wrote this shit. And you know what's sad? This made money because it had a low budget, and then depending how the hell you make money from Crackle, it cost like 3 million. Says here it made the equivalent of 16 million. Fucking surprised it wasn't a Joe Dirt 3 then. Of all the fucking movies to make money by releasing on something like Crackle, it's a fucking movie like this. And also, it has jokes that, this came out 2015. Why the fuck does it have a joke which is a parody of the opening credits of The Sopranos? Oh wow, I'm glad you did that joke like 8 years after the fucking show ended. Wake up this morning, and Jolter's looking at the review mirror and is edited like the opening of The Sopranos. Because, you know, so many there's fucking jokes about Forrest Gump, there's jokes about Castaway. It really does seem like a film that was written in like 2004. Like 10 years before the film got made. Like 2005, oh, we have the script. Oh, we dug it up. Hey, Crackle will let us make the movie? Okay, here we go. So after Disbill talks to two random fucking knuckleheads, goes to Joe Dirt like a wanted Forrest Gump, him on a bench talking to a lady who tells him to piss off. Then another lady sits down and he talks about how his job is to clean the stadium, and he cleans up I clean up their poop and barf and things and your occasional fart items. What the fuck does it even mean, occasional fart items? And then it just goes to the place where he's telling a flashback where it includes the Sopranos opening credit parody about how he got married, and how the scene where his wife has the 3 babies. I'm fucking bobulated. And ooh, the joke is the nurse is smoking a cigarette. It's like, should you be smoking a cigarette? It's like a POV of her cooch, so it's like people looking like this. You sure you should be smoking a cigarette? You know, to the nurse. And she, the wife has triplets. Instead of Kid Rock as the bully, here you have Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. At one point tries to sing a song going, I'm rocking a double 5 wiener. So as he's telling his fucking flashback, he was a logger, cutting down trees. These loggers just start farting in his face. Like what is sexy girl that farts in his face? Oh, that had some sauerkraut on it. Can you read farts, boy? Does it again, and it goes on and on and on. I swear to God, this goes on for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It feels that way. They do this because the kids look at him. Daddy, why you the men farting on you? And so Joe Dirt is depressed that he's, I wonder what I'm going to do next. My kids are embarrassed about me. Then the next scene, a fucking tornado appears like Wizard of Oz. His trailer, by this point it's time travel, lands in 1965, lands on a biker. Then there's Patrick Warburton as one of the bikers saying, you're now our new leader. You have like another 2-minute scene where Joe Dirt's in a bar just giving bikers stupid fucking unfunny names. Why is this supposed to be funny? What is funny about this? I don't get it. He's walking, he runs away from the bikers because he doesn't want to be their leader anymore. And he's walking randomly outside and these random people just appear. One guy going, I'm gonna dig me a hole in my living room. Are you married? Is she a fat person? Because I guess he's Buffalo Bill, the father or whoever of the guy that put Joe Dirt in a hole in the first movie. There's like other random people he meets. One, a guy he meets just to do a Forrest Gump joke where the guy's, what do I have, a shrimp this and shrimp that? You know what? Fuck shrimp. Okay, fuck you. Fuck this movie. Fuck this. How about fuck this writing? Fuck this direction. Beautiful loser? Bullshit. Just a loser. Period. Capital L for lame. For lousy. For ludicrous. As in ludicrous that this film got fucking made. So then he has a plan. Let me buy some comic books back then. I'll bury them. I'll get rich. Cops try to arrest him because they think the money he gave was counterfeit because it's from the future. He runs away, pretends to be a scarecrow, and 4 dogs hump him. And there's a scene where he's on the ground as a scarecrow and dogs are, 4 dogs, not just one, 4 dogs are humping the shit out of him. Just, yay, it's funny. He meets Leonard Skinner, and before they were Leonard Skinner, and it's like, oh, you guys will be famous, and you know, your name you have now is not right, like it's not working. And so the band's coming up with names like Air Supply and New Kids on the Block, and what if we're the Spice Boys? What if we're Wham? No, you need to do Leonard Skinner. So I guess he gives them the name Leonard Skinner. Doesn't warn them that they'll die in an airplane later on in life. So you're fine with affecting the future to give them the name Leonard Skinner, but not in maybe saving their lives. Okay. He's on a train, he's ready to jerk off, then guys look like they're ready to rape him. And then this is when the movie even more so goes haywire. It just goes all over the fucking place. I'm going to try to describe what happens, and this is like such a shitty comedy, but it's a shitty comedy that actually tried to be so overly convoluted. Bear with me. He's on a train, he's jerking it, realizes some guys are there, keep doing it. They come after them as if they're going to butt fuck him. Then he wakes up, then he goes these different dreams. It's going to dream with, remember the guy in the first Joe Dirt who was selling the fireworks? Kicking Wing, I forget what the guy's name. Again, I'm not even a diehard fan of the first one, even though I can say it's better than this. The guy Kicking Wing, the guy that damn, I forgot his name. He was also in Wind Talkers with Nicolas Cage. Anyway, the guy that Joe Dirt was dealing with the firecrackers. They do the same scene when Joe Dirt is naming all the firecrackers to see if the guy has. In this dream, now Kicking Wing, who died, in that he's a drug dealer. He deals with aspirin and weed. And then Joe Dirt just names all these other different drugs. So it's the same scene. So you did a sequel, and you're just doing some of the same fucking scenes as well. Instead of naming all the different fireworks, he's naming all the different drugs. It worked the first time. And then he wakes up and he's like, well, did that happen? Now it's a bunch of women, but the women have dicks. And then it goes into a dreams where at one point he's with Dennis Miller and the 2 rednecks. Then a minute he's here. Then he's there. Then he's in front of a fucking club. Then he gets knocked out and his organ's been taken out. Then he's left on a desert island for 12 years. And it's a Castaway spoof where he's humping a big shell. Give it to me. He's humping a Wilson. Oh yeah, take it, Wilson. And then he climbs up a cliff and he realizes he's been in Miami the whole fucking time for the past 12 fucking years. And these girls keep calling him Bigfoot. Then he wants to, there's Christopher Walken, who of course doesn't know him yet because by this point 12 years later is 1977, and it says, oh, I can know the future. Those NASCARs, I can tell you who wins. And they make a lot of money. And Christopher Walken, I don't know if it's all, they give him a really bad makeup. He looks like he's 2 seconds away from being the fucking Crypt Keeper. And I like Christopher Walken, but he's just embarrassing in this movie. And he's such a great actor. This is a guy in his twilight years wasting himself doing bullshit like this. I know this was 5 years ago, but still, this is a guy that, what's sad about him, talented actor that just became a parody. He just decided to parody himself ever since the SNL, the remote cowbell. And you know what? At first it was funny when he was doing comedy. Now, if the sad thing, he did so much, if he attempted to do something serious, he just looked at it as a joke. Or no one gave him any juicy roles anymore to play. This is a guy who was really good in a film like The Dead Zone. Watch The Dead Zone. Now he's left being ridiculous, hamming it up, and again, whether it's the makeup they gave him, it seemed like he was going to turn to the fucking Crypt Keeper. And if you're trying to follow along, good fucking luck. Then this happens, and it's like, oh yeah, this girl that you met, don't you want to make sure that happens and things don't get screwed up? So he goes to the first film where the dog's balls are fucking frozen to the porch, and in the first movie he helped his girl Brandy, but now it's Mark McGrath who helps her. So now Mark McGrath becomes her husband. And then Patrick Warburton, who's the biker chasing him, he comes back. And Patrick Warburton, to be fair, he's the closest I got to any chuckles in this movie. Because of Patrick Warburton, like the way, his demeanor. Granted, he does the same demeanor in any movie he's in, which is why you hire Patrick Warburton. But there are moments where, oh, now he's a guardian angel to Joe Dirt. Because now it's A Wonderful Life. And it's like, okay, to try to follow it, he finds out Brandy is married to this guy. It's too late when he's at this party. He leaves, and that where it gets to the bus bench that we've been having this whole flashback in. Then he runs off somewhere, he almost gets hit, and there's Patrick Warburton who tells him, oh, I'm a guardian angel. No, actually, no. That's not true. That's not true. I'm already forgetting this fucking movie. Mark McGrath helps the girl get the balls of the dog off the porch. Joe Dirt realizes he's too late. Then we next see him on the bench. Then it's Patrick Warburton. Then they go to a party where Brandy is now doing drugs, and Mark McGrath thinks he's a fucking pimp at this stupid fucking party. And the whole gist of it, I guess, is him supposed to realizing that I don't need to be rich. I was rich with the girl I love and these 3 kids. Which he didn't even put that much of a fucking fight to get rich in the fucking first place. He didn't really do anything. Like in It's a Wonderful Life, wasn't it? He's about ready to fucking kill himself, or he's about ready to do something crazy. Joe Dirt didn't even do anything. It's just he saw the girls watching him, getting farted on. He's embarrassed. Literally the next scene, a tornado. I'm gonna get this for you, little girl. I'm gonna get your doll that you want. Nothing else in between to even cause this whole guardian angel bullshit. But because he realizes, no, I love my family, he loved his family to begin with. There's not even a question about that. So it doesn't even work as a fucking story. But I guess you're not supposed to. And it's this whole jumbled around fuckwit thing. Patrick Warburton, because of his demeanor, he's able to get a couple smirks out of me because I like Patrick Warburton. That's it. But now he's no place like home, goes back, everything's normal, he's with his wife and 3 kids, but some of it happened because he finds the comic books underneath the tree, so now they're going to be rich. it's fucking whatever. Whatever. If you hear a dog, even the dog is pissed that I'm talking about this fucking movie. Even the dog's mad. My friend's dog is pissed about this fucking film, and he didn't even fucking see the movie, so fuck you, dog. You didn't see the fucking film, so you don't have no right to bitch. I have a right to bitch. This is just a 4 point something. It's too fucking high. This was a... And, you know one of the worst parts of this film? It's almost 2 hours long. It's 1 hour and 49 minutes. And you felt it. Why they thought a Joe Dirt 2 should be almost 2 fucking hours long, I have no idea. Did you want an almost 2 hour Joe Dirt sequel? Here you go. Fuck this fucking movie, man. I mean, if I saw this back in 2015, it'd definitely be in my top 10 worst of the year. It was unfunny. It was boring. It's slog of a slog to sit through. The jokes are barely fucking jokes. And it could suck my fucking dick. Beautiful my ass. It could kiss my ass. Loser, yeah. Entire film should just be called Loser. Joe Dirt equals loser. See you guys later. Bye bye.